All right, let's go look at this truck. All right, so tell us about this truck. Where'd you get this truck?
Well, I got it from my mom, and it's been sitting in the garage since about 2015 to 2016. And, well, it also flooded during, I believe, Harvey and Imelda. So it took up a good bit of water. And so the engine was originally knocking was the problem with it. So we found the only 4.3 V6 in the junkyard that they even had. So we got it, and luckily it was up to par. We got her swapped in, but since, like I said, it was flooded, we had to replace the entire clutch system all the way from the master cylinder down to the slave cylinder. The only thing we didn't have to replace was the hard line itself. But got a new battery from Interstate Batteries off of college, and she was going for a good little while there until we started having a little bit of a burnout contest, and she got her a few good ones in there. But when I sent her for that quarter-mile long burnout, I think she said it was her time to retire. So,
what year's this truck?
It's a 91.
91.
Yeah.
Short wheelbase. Yeah, I'd say you've been burning those tires. They're slick.
Oh man, I didn't even look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so upset about it throwing the rod that I didn't even look at the tire.
There's a little rubber on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little rubber on there.
Look how good she got smoked.
That's what happens when you do in redneck games.
But I wanted to just go 4.3 V6 back, back in it because it'd be the easiest swap over.
Did it actually throw a rod?
Oh god.
Or just
it's slung all the oil out of it.
Yeah, so I'm assuming there's a rod.
Assuming there's a hole somewhere. We ain't pulled it to evaluate yet, but
all right, so what's the plan? What do we want to do? Where we go? What are we doing today?
Well, today, see, the original plan was to get another engine for this. I wanted to do 4.3 V6 because it'd be an easy swap over, wouldn't have to make any modifications.
Yeah.
But they only have two in the junkyard, and they're both in Astro vans, which poses, it's not that it can't be done, it's just, it's a lot more than I want to do right now. So I have an Altima that it's a good fuel saver. Got 4 brand new tires on it, all new steering and suspension components. So we're going to pull the transmission for it. It'll be cheaper. So that'll be the plan for the day. But I mean, we can look over this and see at the junkyard if there might be any eligible like 350s or 5.3s for a future swap to make this actually go to a V8, because this will be a sideline project.
Yeah, y'all were just over about BYOT yesterday.
yeah, we didn't really look for.
Well, good.
V8s.
We'll look around and see if they got any. We'll look around and see if they got any engines, and we'll talk about why, what is a good candidate, why we want to pick one we want. Now, we think the 5.7 will bolt up in here. We'll just have a different fan shroud, of course, because the engine's a little longer.
Yeah, it'll be a shorter shroud.
So we'll have to get the shorter shroud, maybe some different motor mounts.
Yeah, it looks like the
Exhaust
motor mount
for
has a block-off plate though, bolted on the frame here.
Yeah.
So I believe if you unbolt that, the new mounts just bolt right on.
So there'll be a few modifications, but it depends on what route you go. If you go TBI for TBI, like this is a 91 TBI, and if you swapped over, then you'd have to get a new chip to run the fuel for the injectors. But if we carbureted it per se, then wouldn't necessarily have to mess with all that. All we'd have to do is make the minor modifications like the shroud, the mounts, but a 350 will bolt right up. So
yeah, so the 5.7's the same width as this 4.3, right?
Right. So actually,
it's just longer.
Yes, a 5.43 is a 5.7. It's the exact same. Everything's the exact same about a 4.3.
Just two pistons short.
Exactly. It is a V6 350.
That's like Brandon. He's 2 pistons short.
Oh man, don't we know it?
Always.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get on the road then. Let's go see what we can.
Sounds good to me.
All right, we're at BYOT. We're going to go in here and see if we can find us some parts. Maybe we'll come back out and look at some of their inventory they have here later on. So this BYOT, bring your own tools to pull your own stuff. Good luck.
We're so good we don't even need tools.
May the force be with you. Yeah, we just walk in, no tools. We just do it by finger. We break bolts loose by finger.
100%.
We got our buddy Mike over there.
Yeah, we'll go get Mike.
Mike's gonna come hook us up.
So wait, so the fenced area is the paid yard, right?
Yes.
So you got to pay to go in there for.
No, it's just a special yard. It's
Different
a little
prices.
more expensive parts.
Right. you
Is
don't
it
have to
newer
pay-
cars? What?
Yeah, newer cars.
Essentially, things that are worth more.
All right.
Typically like aluminum blocks with aluminum heads on them.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
The good
That's
stuff
what we
over
want.
there, yeah.
This stuff over here is a little under half the price of what's over there. So
This is the broke man yard.
yeah. So we'll be checking out first.
This is the poor man yard.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess really the other one will be the poor man yard. This is like the starving man
Got a
yard.
drive shaft over here.
Really
Full aluminum one piece, just
Look at
holding up the
there.
hood.
So what do we got here? What engine is this? This 5.7?
Oh, yeah.
Vortec 5.7?
This is the 350, and I believe so. Actually, no, it's not the Vortec. You can tell by the intake right here. So that's going to be a TBI. That is a TBI.
Well, but it's got the
350.
Vortec heads,
got
right?
the
Those
Vortec
are
style heads
the
on it.
Vortec
The
style
center
heads.
bolts.
It's just TBI style intake.
TBI style intake, but it doesn't have the Vortec intake. The
Right, it
Vortec
don't have
intakes
the
are
Vortec.
plastic.
But the heads are vortex.
That's right.
Are the heads Vortec?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because the old style heads have an outside bolt. When it's the center bolts like that on this style, that's
Oh,
the vortex.
okay.
Yeah.
I see. Must be one of those year models that they gradually change things.
Yeah. Yeah, it was in their transition. Man, listen.
And look,
perfectly
it's
good
got
funnel.
the short.
There you go.
It's got the
Short
the
shroud.
short shroud.
Right. Like I said, with mine, I would end up deleting the shroud and the fan clutch, and I
Oh,
just
yeah, clean it
wire
up.
in electric
So why
fans.
don't we want an engine like this? Why don't we want this engine?
Well, it's not going to make as much power and be as efficient as a fuel injected 5.3. That's why I don't want it personally. I could go over and swap a TBI 350 into my truck, but the complications that would go along with it, like having to get a chip to be able to run the extra fuel, and I mean, if I'm going to go through all the hassle of modifying, putting in new mounts and all that good stuff,
You're just going to go ahead and go with a 5.3.
right. Go ahead and spend the money.
Because putting the 5.7 in your truck, you still got to update. You still got to change the computer and all that because you got a different fuel. Right.
Right. But when I buy it, I'll just buy it with the harness and the computer all at once, and I'll buy a gauge cluster too, and then I'll take out the old moon style cluster. And
The other thing on this one, I see, like, what would shy me away from this engine is the fact that the TBI has been removed. Hood's wide open. We don't know how much is rained in there. That could be a good engine, but at this point, we're not sure if it's worth.
well, being it's a junkyard, what you're always going to want to look for is body damage, because
Yep.
typically a vehicle's in
This
there
truck's
are-
got some parts missing, but I don't think it's like body. I don't think it's.
but it's not enough.
I don't think it was brought here because it was wrecked. If I was looking for an engine on a truck, I'd be looking for a wrecked truck. That tells me it was probably running and driving
correct.
whenever it was parked.
One way you can always try to identify is turn the motor over by hand, pop a valve cover off, those kind of things, but still.
Look at
Got a
that.
winner.
5.0.
Oh, no.
Is it a 5 or 5.8?
It's not,
Not the style alternator you have.
Is it a
Say it was a
5.8?
winner though.
That's got to be a 5. Oh yeah, look, Brandon, there's you a 5.8 right there. Bam.
I don't know.
5.8. Now what's the difference?
The 350, 302, 351. More
Gotcha.
cubic inch.
Displacement.
So the 5.0 is a 302.
Displacement.
Okay.
Yeah.
5.8 is 302.
Yeah, this truck, it would be questionable because it hasn't been wrecked, so I'd be curious as to why it's here.
Yeah, I was just looking for an alternator with the right style.
All right, let's see what else. Oh, there's an
Well,
old.
there's plenty more of these things in the junkyard. I mean,
Oh,
it's
I
a
know.
Ford after all, so.
Oh, come on now.
Look, Brandon, there's you another extended cab, but this ain't the same year as the one you've got over there, is
Yeah,
it?
it's the same style we got.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the 70s.
It's a 70s, but
What's that?
ours
Is that a 460?
No, that's not a 460.
That looks like a 460.
Hold on.
That's definitely a big
Yeah,
block.
that's
Nope.
a 460.
No, it isn't. Right here, engine family. Here, engine displacement 390. Just
Okay.
right
Oh.
on the valve cover.
390
Look
or
how small that is
460?
compared to engine we have at the house, buddy.
390 or 460. But
And
this
we're
is
about
the same.
size. I mean, we may have a 390 in that one. Then.
But this is the same. But this is the same body style.
I think ours is bigger cover.
Yeah, she's developing some cancer.
Well, look at this. See this? If ours has that on the other side, like it shows engine.
Let's see what you
yeah,
got.
Yeah, we can look.
Like, look right here.
Show
There's
me
a whole
what you got
sticker
there.
telling you everything you want to know on the side
if
of the
I
engine
can
right here,
zoom
which is
in.
actually quite nice. That's pretty neat right there.
Yeah. So it's got.
I mean, it saved an argument, that's for sure. What you
see
got
if I
there?
can get a little better angle there. Yep, 390, 360, 390 engine family.
It is a 5.3.
Back up.
This is how you know. So with 5.3s and 4.8s, there's no way to know because even the stamping on the block says 4.8 5.3. The only difference between the 4.8 and 5.3 is the crank and the rod. So you'd actually have to pull the oil pan to tell. But everything else inside and out is the same. So right here on the breather box, it'll specify whether it's a 4.8 or a 5.3. So if this is missing, you won't actually know.
Without this truck's in this
without
yard.
doing some
I am
measurements.
too. It should be in the special section because of the engine.
Because of the engine, right?
But why?
So wait, what engine is this?
This is the 5.3.
This is the 5.3. So, but it's not the aluminum. This is the iron block 5.3.
Yes, well,
Iron block
typically
aluminum heads.
all the ones in the trucks are going to be LQ.
So what-
They're not actually LSs.
So what's the casting on the cylinder head? Is it
Casting?
the 243s or 799s?
No, they're 862s.
862s.
What you really want is the 706s or the 243s, but most people go with the 706s. They make good power. The only thing that you're getting with
It's just a better runner design and a little bit higher combustion chamber, I think.
well, with the 706s, you do have a lower combustion chamber, you have additional compression because of the lower combustion chamber volume. I think it's like 61.5 cc.
Yeah.
When the 243s are 64.5. But they have the 243s have the bigger intake valves. The 706s have the 1.89 inch intake valves, when the 243s have the 2-inch intake valves. So I say personally what you'd want to do is get the 706s because the compression, having the additional compression is better than having the extra airflow because it's very minimal what you're getting there.
I agree. Look, we got another mid-90s Chevy down here.
But you can always get the 243s and mill them down and raise compression. That's what I did with mine.
Well, my 243s on my Fiero project, I went and did a little bit of porting. What we got in this GMC here.
Nothing I want.
Here's another one. It's not wrecked, so you have to ask, why is it here? You know, why is it here? That makes you question whether you have a good engine or transmission. It's definitely got one.
Okay, this is Vortec, the intake.
350.
Yep, so that is a Vortec, full of Vortec. That's the Vortec heads and the Vortec intake.
I mean, it's a late 90s model, so the last year the Vortecs were 98.
Right.
And some 99, just depending on the transition year, because 99 is when they were transitioning over to the 5.3s.
And we know that because the intake here is raised and it's got the throttle body in front, not behind.
And it's
Not
plastic.
dead center, and it's plastic, right? It's poly.
It's a 92. So if you look right here on the door, there's always a sticker that tells you like your gross vehicle weight and the manufacture date. Now see right here, here's a trick. This says 0192, so it was made in January of 92. Now anything
So
that's
it's a 93, really.
well, actually anything that is made in the 10th month and after, so it says 0192, says made in January of 92. Anything the 10th month and after, October and
Goes
after
to the
is
next year.
Goes to the next
correct.
year,
It's
okay.
technically
Goes to the next year. So I know these two, when you go up here, these trucks, they put stickers on them, and they also say what they are.
Yeah, I could have
92.
just looked at that sticker. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we could have looked at the sticker.
Fun, fun, fun.
100%.
We got a Mercury, we got some F-150s. So we're looking for something with a 5.3.
5.3, oh, that's all going to be in the special yard.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, those are bigger sellers, and you know.
I bet that
everybody-
one back there is here because it's been cannibalized.
No, I wouldn't take that one. It's been left open to the
Yep.
elements, and there's probably a reason it's in this yard. It probably came here for a bad motor. Engine, should I say? A motor is an electric motor. An engine is actually combustion fired.
It's an engine, not a motor. Motors.
Technicalities. Hey,
Motors.
Let me teach the viewers something.
I'm
See,
going to be plenty of untechnical.
This is a wheel. It is not a rim. This is a tire. This, where the bead seals, is the rim of the wheel, but this is a wheel, not a rim.
Wheels.
Come on.
of
This would have been it, but it's gone.
What about this, guys? Why don't we just take this out the junkyard?
Ooh.
You know what I'm talking about?
We know what happens in there.
No, do we?
Man. That was somebody's pride and joy at one
It
time.
was somebody's baby. today.
Somebody did this nice. Look at that custom console up there.
Yeah.
Look at all this ceiling to floor shag carpet. It's not
Got a
really shag.
refrigerator right there.
Plush
a
carpet.
sink.
Custom cabinets. Man,
This was something in its day.
somebody really had something going. Look, had some of the little bubbles.
Uh-huh.
All the windows are gone.
And a little Vortec 350.
Yep.
That's,
Vortec.
Diesel, huh? No. That ain't gonna work for you. Well, I guess we could shoot over to the Ultima.
Look, that's got some good wheels on the back though.
Yeah, it does.
They have tires on that
on
back.
build.
God.
Yeah. These tires look like they're pretty new.
Some meat on the back of that being a junkyard.
No, put on my builder truck though.
No.
I like to put my.
Yeah, that was pretty bald.
I like my thick stance.
Another Vortec.
Cobras.
Yep, another Vortec.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you wanted a Vortec, you got your choice. You definitely got plenty of cores and things to build.
I definitely
Dude,
don't.
and those will make power, bud.
I don't want no Vortec. Vortec is not the way to go.
Not the way to go. Let's see what this Suburban's got in it. Yeah, it's been stripped. Yeah, Vortec. Tons and tons of Vortex. Tons of Vortex. Got plenty of Vortex. And then on this side we've got the
cars.
got the cars, and I don't really know if any of the cars are going to have anything that.
Well, we have
There's
one
your no
car
Lincoln.
that we're here today to pull out of, and that's the one Ultima they have in the yard that would work for now.
Oh, look at this! Look at this sweet badge.
Sweet badge, you gonna get that?
Look at that sweet badge.
Oh, you gotta put that on my truck.
It's a transformer.
Defender of the universe, buddy. Better get out the way of that thing. It'll trample you.
Go.
Wish they would have had a freaking alternator for a Ford, but you know, I guess them Fords are just, they last so long, they don't ever make it to the junkyard.
Give me a break.
I agree with that.
The poor old Chevrolets, though, they just can't keep them out of here, boy. They got a whole yard over there just full of Chevrolets, practically.
Yeah. How are you gonna make that argument when there's Toyotas and Nissans, things that outlive both, Chevrolets? I'm a domestic man myself, and I prefer a Chevrolet. But I mean, as far as longevity and
I
reliability
prefer not to walk, so I drive a Ford.
I thought you drove Ford because you prefer walking.
No, man, I'm super lazy. That's why I drive Fords.
First on race day.
That's it, bud.
What's
Found on
that?
the roadside dead, you mean?
What's that green car right over here? Green. The hood up right there.
Old Lincoln.
Cadillac, maybe?
I think it's.
Or Caddy.
Is it a Caddy?
That's Caddy. Whew, that had some stuff living up in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say they might have had a couple mice.
Pulled off a couple of rockers.
That ain't no good.
Well, actually, they left the rockers, so they pulled
used
the
the
push
push
rods.
They had some bent rods.
Huh?
I'm trying to figure out some way to do it.
What we got there, Hunter?
No good.
Negative.
Whole head's
Negative.
gone.
Negatory.
It was probably a 5.3 instead though. Let's see, yeah, it's a 5.3.
Cylinder head, buddy.
I bet you it was a 706. Yeah, 706 heads.
706.
That's what you wanted.
That's the good ones right there.
There's another avalanche
Is it
right
any-
here.
Got any problems with it? Don't
The
look
head
at
itself? I
Yeah,
doubt
I
it.
mean some nicks, but clean
Why
it
would they
up.
pull it? I wonder why they pulled it. Because it clearly came off of this. It didn't come out of this. It clearly came off of this. What is this garbage?
That goes to this actually.
So they pulled it off of this.
You put it in the other vehicle and then took the engine cover off the other
I
vehicle.
wonder why they.
I don't see why they pulled it though. I mean, you definitely don't want this anymore. That block.
Yeah, it's been opened up. I mean, you could punch it.
Missing.
I mean, you could punch it. Oh,
That's
there's a
what-
piston missing.
That's what they did. They had to have a piston.
Oh yeah, they sure did.
Yeah, they had to have a piston.
Wow.
I would have just bought a piston brand new instead of pulling it from the
Yeah,
junkyard.
yeah, I think I would have too.
I think if I would have already had that head off, I would have probably just went for
Look.
the heads too.
Poor boys can't be choosers.
That's what they're 706s.
Poor boys can't be choosers. Look there. What we
Alright.
got there?
706s.
This is going to be a 5.3 because it's in an avalanche. More stronger than these. Where? Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, it's an 80s Camaro.
Yeah, it's an RS though. You can tell by the ugly front end.
Well, that ain't the factory front end.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Pretty sure it's factory. I'm pretty sure it's
Look, it
RS
came with the
front
chrome package and one green cylinder head, one green intake, one red cylinder head, and a red. So what were they doing? Half and half? Is this a Joker car?
I don't know. I mean, somebody that had drug abuse and alcohol misuse owned this car. So, I mean, they probably lived in a trailer park, had a mullet.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
came fully loaded with the chrome
Camaro.
package. You got the chrome valve
Probably
covers,
lived in a
got the
trailer park,
chrome-
had a mullet.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's mullet mobile.
I bet you they're the whole cliche. So look at the seats on it.
Yeah, I look good in this, bud.
I know you would. Man, this car suits you right here.
Hell yeah.
Ooh,
Shit.
I like the design on it.
looks got the.
Roll the window
Are
down,
those
let my
4x6s
mullet blow in
or
the
6x9?
wind.
Oh, those six. Those look like 6x9s.
Oh, 6x9s.
That's the real deal. It's not those cheap wannabe 4x6s.
Yeah, 5x7s or something.
Yeah, 5x7, 6x9. Power for days.
Joe Dirt Mobile. Huh?
Joe Dirt Mobile.
Look good in this motherfucker.
Nobody wants you in this town.
Like ZZ Top.
Nobody wants you around, period.
Slip
Nobody
inside
wants
my
you around,
sleeping bag.
Is this gay? Does this look gay to you? Look like a piece of you.
Nobody wants you around, boy.
Nobody wants you around, period.
Should have damage.
There's a Yukon. There's a Yukon. See what this Yukon's got in it.
You can.
Yeah, that was somebody.
Oh, nothing.
That was somebody's
It's got that Bluetooth engine in it.
Bluetooth engine?
Yeah.
There's another Cadillac right there.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's your engine pulling rig.
It has an engine, but it's missing a head, intake, all that.
Golly, look at that. Someone pulled it out and said, I don't
Yeah,
want it.
Yeah, we were looking at that.
Put it, put it back.
Changed my mind.
Yeah,
put
I'm
it
putting it there
back.
sideways. I want a front wheel drive.
I wonder what was the purpose there.
I don't know.
That's what I was stuck on wondering. When we
Why
came
go
out
through
here.
all the
What-
trouble of pulling it
Let's see, which one was
when
it?
you can drop the transmission out the bottom?
Was it that one that we pulled the head off of? Yeah, well, or is that the one we stopped pulling the head off? Well, the breather will tell you, and the heads will tell you. And that's 53706. What about that one?
Look. Still right where we left you, Hunter.
What? The cylinder head? Oh, yeah, this is the 4.7 V8 head for a Dodge. And as you can see right here, why it was no good.
This one's it. Let's see. Get it up here in the light.
There you go.
We've got some crackage right here that you can see in that one.
Right here.
Right here on this surface.
See that major crack right there? Here as
and then I
well.
think on this one on one side.
Yeah.
So it was cracked on almost every
Yeah.
single combustion chamber is split. So
And that's
That
the
was no-
that's a Ram 1500 with the 4.6.
yeah, that's a
4.7.
4.7.
4.7.
Yeah, this is the truck we got the good head out of.
Yeah.
The truck with the bad head is a little bit further down that way. We just brought it over for comparison to make sure everything was identical.
So BYOT also has some cars that are running and driving that they sell out here. We're just going to take a quick look, see what they got. Some kind of Jaguar. It's a Buick today, price drop $2,500. Don't know if it, really what kind of condition this is in. Let's see what she says here. 2000 Buick RLS. Doesn't really say the miles, but the doors are locked. Oh, doors are open. Okay. She's been customized with the blue custom interior there. Not bad. Seats are good. $2,500. I don't know if it runs. Automatic. It runs and you need a ride. This here's a Avalanche. Yeah, Avalanche. Looks like it's $3,300. Again, interior's not bad. It's the cat eye style Avalanche. Yeah, $3,300. Paint's faded, clear coat's pretty faded. But there again, need a ride. Jaguar. 350 or 370. One or two, missing a bunch of badges. Fender repair work. See what she looks like. Leather. This little sport car, no price on it. Here's some kind of a Chrysler. Let's see what this Z is. This Z is a 350, 2004 350. Oh, and I ran right into that mirror. Oh, my side. Okay, BMW. BMW sedan. So I assume most of these run and drive. Well, that's old school throwaway. Pontiac. It's a Buick Riviera. Yeah, Riviera. Oh, flop. Okay. Flop. What else we got? Ford. Kia. There's another Envoy. Envoy there's not too bad. See if it's locked. No, it's unlocked. Interior's in good shape. Yeah, it's got a nice interior.
The way the vents are, it's like a rounded
What year is
GMC's
this?
are built better.
04 GMC Envoy.
Yeah, they're built better than Chevys.
Probably won't run and drive. Where the fender straggling around. Lexus. Oh, check that out. 04. I think that's a Probe. Man. Look, it's got some stuff going on up there. Some custom sealant. Man, look at the interior of this thing. The door panel over there, the passenger door panel, but the seats, look at the seats. Seats are
Oh,
great.
wow.
It's a little standard too.
Just the door panel's messed up.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, dude.
I raced one of these one time. Yeah, that's a Ford Probe.
Not up my alley, but it's
Hyundai.
there we
Subaru.
a single cab GMC. Good
Single cab GM.
little work truck pulling a mower trailer.
Tundra V8.
That's a good truck.
Yeah, Kia. You know, like some of the ones down there have prices on it. They don't have
I'll tell you if
prices
you
on
want
them.
this or not. Hold on. What year? Golly.
Oh, look
Got
at
that Bluetooth tire.
Yeah. So
Got
somebody
a Bluetooth tire, huh?
run it to failure. That's what that's called.
Oh,
Run it
you don't
to
want
failure.
this. Between the years, I believe it's 2012
That GDI.
and 2018, the GDI series engine, the 2.0 and the 2.4 liter four cylinders. They are known for their notorious engine failure due to the manufacturing of the crankshafts. When they drilled out the oil passageways, they forgot to clean out all the metal shavings, and it prevented rod and main bearing lubrication, and it caused engine failure.
Well, okay. Here's a F-250 Suitor Duty.
Super duty.
Suitor Duty.
Got decent wheels on it.
Yeah.
Tires are
Got a little fender rash back here. Lock.
locked.
Got a little bedside rash.
Seats are a little
Comes
more,
with a propane tank for
not for
the. Oh, no, somebody's.
It said there's a sticker on the window that says this vehicle's
No,
not for
this
sale.
vehicle's not for sale. That right there. There's another Suitor Duty. This is an older Suitor Duty.
Don't mind that, a little workhorse. It's big. Made some roll-off
King
trailers.
Ranch V8 Power Stroke. It's probably 7.3.
No, it's only
Man, that's the interior I want for my truck right there.
Yeah, with all them,
pull it out.
all that King Ranch that so hard to take care of. But look, the dash ain't bad.
Dude, that dash too, because of the way that the door panels are,
Yeah.
all you got to do is cut off like 4 inches or something, or 6 inches of the dash. You cut it off all the way
And it'll
across.
fit that older
That
Ford.
dash fits right in those
That'd be
OBS
cool.
cords.
That'd be a
Yeah.
cool transition. I wonder if it's got the 7.3. I bet it does.
And then I seen the guy, what he done, he even like custom
Oh, yeah,
made
look.
it to where all the knobs and
color
everything
on
would
that
fit.
Not even worth looking at here. It's just a Mercedes.
Oh, Mercedes.
Yeah. Nobody wants those.
Here's another Suitor Duty. XL.
Old Benz. Old BMW.
Take these stupid wheels off. It won't be too bad. I don't like them wheels.
Don't like the wheels.
No, not really.
Lift F350 Suitor Duty. Ooh, 1 ton.
Put those wheels on.
Yeah, 1 ton. Look at all the horns. Look at all the horns. Don't mess with this one. It's got all them horns. That's a sign that don't mess with me. And then the guy prayed. Yep, thank you, Jesus. So let's see. What else we got? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's got a diesel in her or not? It's popped.
Yeah. That's a diesel, bud.
It's diesel.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. The oil pan's about this wide, like that sump, and the oil filter on her looks like a coffee can.
Oh yeah, turbo diesel.
Yeah. Yeah, normally when you got a coffee can oil filter, it's a diesel.
It's a coffee can filter.
Yeah, when it's this big around and about that tall.
Nissan Rogue.
Definitely a diesel.
It's a Ford Ranger.
Oh, the Danger Ranger, huh?
Look, it's got that spray can paint job on it. They didn't even sand it. We don't need to sand it. That paint sticks to anything. Rattle cans.
Actually, that might be Plastidip. Yeah, so that's Plastidip. That's rubberized paint.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is peel it right off.
2008 Ford Ranger.
You can change the paint color every week if you wanted to. with
Danger
Plastidip.
Ranger. Look at this hideous piece of contraption. Goodness gracious.
Nobody.
Look at
God.
that. Oh,
Look at the wheels on it.
Somebody should. Oh, it's got
Look at the
chameleon color wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Custom paint on the steel alloys.
I love the hood.
Look,
scoop,
they've got that go fast wing on the back.
Oh yeah, that adds like 15 horses right there.
and the hood scoop that causes the drag in the front.
Oh, and it's an automatic. Ain't got to waste time shifting, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All the luxury.
Man,
Only has 2 seats.
Mach 4 in this thing. Look at that hood scoop.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
It's air grabber.
Yeah, I thought it does
It
cost
has
drag.
had to have something to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah,
It goes
yeah.
so
That's,
fast.
that's to keep it from coming off the ground.
Scooper. All right,
I'm
I guess
surprised
this is
mirror
gonna.
was only $25.
I guess this is gonna wrap up our tour.
Well, actually, it was like 22.
Our tour at BYOT today in Beaumont.
One of the many.
Guess we'll get back and start seeing what else we're gonna get into later.
Yeah, till next time.
Until next time.